I'm freaking out. I don't even know really where to start. I'm freaking out. I'm going bananas. I really think it's gonna happen. I think it's gonna happen. This is beyond the point of crazy. It makes no sense anymore. But basically, in the long run of things, WWE has announced that The Rock is going to be at Smackdown tomorrow. It doesn't go along with anything that is going on. Basically, I really don't even know where to start. But I think The Rock is going to be doing WrestleMania 41. I really freaking do. I think that it's pretty smart that WWE decided not to put Roman Reigns in the Elimination Chamber. I don't really know how, after the handshake at Saturday night's main event. No, that was on Monday Night Raw's debut on Netflix. The handshake, the hug, the Ulafala, the you are my tribal chief, good guy thing that The Rock put on. But maybe they're just gonna act like that whole night never happened. I've got so much going through my mind. But in my long run, The Rock put up a weird video this morning, thanking God for the morning that he had. And then he kind of doesn't say he's going to wrestle at WrestleMania 41. He actually says that he has things in his life. He's just like everybody else, and he puts off till tomorrow. But he woke up today and was like, today is the day that I'm going to do that thing. I think he's going to freaking wrestle Roman Reigns. We have been thinking this match is going to happen since WrestleMania 31. If you go back and you remember Young Rock, they had the whole deal about Roman versus Rock. Gonna happen one day at WrestleMania. They told us on NBC in prime time this was gonna happen. And today, The Rock announced that he's gonna make a movie. Martin Scorsese, Leonardo DiCaprio. I can't remember the girl's name. It's gonna be in Hawaiian, mobster, kind of movie, I guess you can say. It's going to be like the Godfather of Hawaii, I guess. I'm not sure if The Rock is going to play the good guy or the bad guy. But I'm guessing that The Rock is signing on to make this movie. And more than likely, they're telling The Rock he's going to be busy next year. And I think The Rock is realizing there's not going to be a next year for WrestleMania for The Rock. And does that mean in 3 years we can finally get this Rock versus Roman match? How does he know that Roman's even going to be wrestling in 3 years? Rock's getting older himself. I'm not going to say that he can't do it or he couldn't do it, but man, this is beyond the point of crazy. I had given up hope almost when they told us The Rock wasn't going to do the Rumble. I kept saying, I think The Rock's going to do the Rumble. Then they kind of told us, hey, Cena's the favorite to win the Rumble. And I said, hey, Cena versus Cody's a good match. That makes a lot of sense. I can do that. And then the week of the Rumble, I changed my pick to Jey Uso, especially after him yeeting his ass off the Monday before the Rumble. I was like, he pretty much put on a rock concert out there. They're making sure that this guy's over. He's going to win the Rumble, and he won it. I kept on thinking that The Rock was going to use his final boss power. I kept on waiting for him to come out 31. I was making every exception in the book for this to happen. So, Smackdown is in New Orleans, Smoothie King Arena, home of Monday Night Raw after WrestleMania 30. I don't know. I would guess. Is he going to go out there and he's going to start beef with Cody? But then you can't fight fucking Cody unless you win the chamber. Or unless you're The Rock and they just repeat their mistakes from last year and just have him cut in line. Cancel the Elimination Chamber. Maybe he's going to defend his title against the Ulafala. You get that big-ass Rock title that he was given into by Muhammad Ali's ex-wife. No, well, I guess it was his wife when he died, his mistress. Not his mistress, fuck, his widow. But I'm messed up by this, guys. I really am. I got to get back to this hockey match. USA versus Canada, 1-1. Hopefully nothing happened while I was in here, but The Rock on SmackDown? You don't think The Rock is showing up to SmackDown and he's not going to be laying the SmackDown at freaking WrestleMania 41? People, like in this last week, we've seen tickets dip a little bit. And people are saying the dip is really coming. The Rock makes any notion that he's going to be doing WrestleMania. Those tickets ain't dipping. I mean, they're going to stay. And I think people are going to have like a little bit of remorse. And they're going to want to be there. Because I, for a moment, was going to go to WrestleMania 40. I ended up changing my mind. And then the second that The Rock came into the picture, I was like, shoot, I could have been there. I really could have been there. But we'll see.